following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Dave in Clearwater. Hey, Dave, Happy New Year. What's happening, man?
Happy New Year to you, my brother. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
I am doing well, man. I'm doing well. Can I throw a quote out at you?
Sure.
In the market, somebody knows something. Someone always knows something. That statement was made by a great trader by the name of Tom O'Brien about 6-7 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And it kind of hit me like a brick. You're right. Somebody always knows something.
Hey, Carlos, what's going on, brother?
I'm calling you back, Tom. This morning I had the pleasure to talk to you and your son, and I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk to you again.
Well, I think you made some money on this bond.
Oh, yes, Tom. Your newsletter helped me.
That's a beautiful thing. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Don't make assumptions. Ask for what you want. Find the courage to ask for what you want. Others have the right to tell you yes or no, but you always have the right. Likewise, everyone has the right to ask you for what they want, and you have the right to say yes or no. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 65, NASDAQ up 53, S&P's up 17, gold contract, where is she? Flat, $13.15 an ounce after being down $5 when those minutes come out. Silver, also flat, trading at $17.16. Light sweet crude, up $1.33, $61.70 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note up 3 ticks, 123.25. 30-year bond up 19 ticks, 152.11. 10 years having a hard time getting back inside the 123.27 mark. King dollar up 322 ticks, trading at 91.895. The euro's trading at 120 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is out here at 112.5 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You have the cash S&P up $14. You're over the swing high of the 18th. If we take a look at the SPY and see how the SPY's shaking out, getting over this high, let's see what we have here. So, SPY right now, you're up $1.53. You're over the 268. Yeah, you're not going to have the volume. The SPY would have to put in 30 million shares in the next hour to do an ABC structure up. But bottom line, you're up and over that whole area. Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow Industrials. Dow Industrials right up at the all-time highs, 24,876. We're at 894 right now, so that is at an all-time high. We'll see where this closes out. The composite took apart its high yesterday in a big way. Follows through today. You're up $54. You're at 7,061. The high I took out yesterday was the 7,003. NDX 100. What do we have with the NDX 100? Also up $57. Taken apart its high of 65.22. You're at 65.69. Inside the NDX 100, the strength out here, you get Salon up 7%. NVIDIA's up 5.8%. PayPal's up 3.7%. You have QVC up 3.5%. Putting a little downdraft inside the NDX 100, not much. Intel is down 3.8%. You get Comcast off 2%. NetEase is off 1.7%. We go take a look at inside the Dow Industrials, what you have here point-wise. The leader out here is IBM. IBM's putting 28 positive points. Exxon 12, United Health 11, United Technologies 11, Chevron 8. We go over to the XLE. You can see the two of those top 5 were in the oil service industry. XLE is up $1.25, trading $74.70. And if we take a look at this, that thing is gunning for the highs that were generated December 16th of 2016. The low of that high is 75.52. The high is 78.80. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold contract, minutes come out. Gold contract goes south, comes right back. Bottom line, if you want to take a look at this, this is pretty cool, actually. 2 o'clock, the minutes come out. Gold's trading at $1,318. Jams down to $1,308. Doesn't break a swing point. Comes right back topside. By the end of the day, what you're gonna, well, you already have it. What you have is that you have a higher high and you get volume behind the move. So bottom line, gold wants to run up to this 1365 area. The 10-year note. 10-year note. Class is out on the 10-year note, folks. It's going to be pretty cool watching this thing shake out. So this is what you have. The 10-year note broke down on December 19th. We went from a price point of 124.08 to 123.20. So 123.27 was break of the consolidation that we've been in going back about the end of October. We come right back inside it on the 27th of December, and we come in with force. Yesterday, it goes down, goes outside of it slightly. That's where we stand right now. Now, what's going to be intriguing here, oh, let's do the 30-year first, because I want to show you something. That these interest rates, the market's saying that these interest rates are not going to go up as big as we may think they are. The 30-year bond up 18.6. 30-year never even got close to the swing low. The swing low in the 30 is 149.07. We got down to 150.14. Bottom line, this 30-year wants higher price. King dollar, we go over to King dollar, and what you're going to see with King dollar has a counter trend bounce going on. Doesn't have volume behind the move. We're at 91.885. 312 ticks up. Doesn't have the volume. That's setting up a run down to the lows of 90.680. And where you can wrap your head around, and this is where it's going to get really intriguing, is this. So, Lennar, let's go take a look at a few of these houses, these home builders. These things are taking off, folks, and what's intriguing here, so you get Lennar up $2.47, $67.31. You're blowing away the top. We put this back, and what you're going to see out here, we are going right after the 2005 high, $68.73. This is what the difference is. We're coming into that with volume. So this baby has a chance to take that out. You go over to Toll Brothers. We take a look at Toll Brothers. Toll Brothers is up $1.98. Toll Brothers had come down hard from $51 on December 4th and 5th to $45, going right back topside again. We take a look at Toll Brothers. Toll Brothers also, we're at 50. This thing wants to make a run for the low of the highs of 2005 of 49. The high is 58. That baby also is going to make the run for it. We go up and we take a look at, let's see, yeah, we'll get NRV. So this is a wild one. This trades at 35.55. NVR. So you got NVR. This baby here, where is she at? Yeah, this is blowing away all highs. This is up and away. My point here is this. Interest rates are not going to be going up with those home builders going to the moon right now. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Dow's up 72. NASDAQ's up 53. S&P's are up 17.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls. Now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. We go over and take a look at Intel, the news out here this morning, folks. Bottom line, let me pull this up first to see what we're looking at. So, Intel comes off a high first. You have wide price spread out here. We've done 93 million shares. You're down $1.96. The initial news out here on Intel was that, let's see, so oh, this is going to be wild watching this thing. Okay, here. I got to get the first one. I got to read the first one for you because the second one is saying Intel's fighting like crazy here. This is going to, here, well, I might as well read you this one. It doesn't matter. Okay, so let's see. They come out this morning and said that Intel had a flaw inside its chip that would allow hackers to get into the operating system, including passwords. So that was the news this morning. That took AMD topside, took Intel downtown. In fact, Intel at the beginning of the day wasn't doing that bad. It was only down like 90 cents to $1 without volume. As the day wore on, the volume started exploding higher, and the stock went a lot lower. Now, this just came across the tape. Intel reports of exploits caused by bug or flaw are incorrect. So here you go. Recent reports that the exploits are caused by a bug or flaw and are unique to Intel products are incorrect, Intel says in a statement. Many types of computer devices with many different vendors, processing and operating systems are susceptible to these exploits, Intel says. Believes these exploits do not have the potential to corrupt, modify, or delete data. Intel has begun providing software and firmware updates to mitigate these exploits. Intel trims losses to less than 4%. AMD pairs gains. So let's go over to AMD first. We take a look at AMD. AMD had been up to a price point of $12.14. You're $11.70 right now. We go back over to Intel. What you're seeing with Intel, bottom line, what's pretty cool here, Intel hasn't broken a swing. But when Intel does have, and I expect will get filled, is a gap at $41.57. We came down today to $43.65. Huge volume, bigger volume than the breakout. We've done 94 million. You do something like that, bottom line, there's more pressure, there's more downward pressure. So I don't think this thing is over with Intel, no matter what they're saying, yapping or doing at this particular point. That's kind of how that's set up. Well, when we take a look at the futures markets out here, you have crude oil. That's got a big bid. Crude oil up 2.2%. You're up $1.35. You have volume behind the move, 628,000 contracts. If we do go take a look at the oil market in general, what you're going to see when we pull this back is a swing point that oil has been going after. And if we take this swing point out, this is going to be pretty intense. So oil's going after its May 2015 swing high. That's $62.58. If we take that out, you're coming into a huge supply line. But the bottom line is that because we had come down so quick from the $107 level in 2014, that can get some traction, So now the way that the XLE is trading is saying that that thing is not going to go through it, meaning specifically the XLE is coming into a swing point. It's coming in pretty good, but doesn't have enough juice to get up and over it. We go take a look at some of the higher volume stocks in this market out here today. What you're going to see, you get Advanced Micros up 69 cents. You get Micron Tech up $1.11. Chesapeake Energy's flat. JC Penney, that's up 20 cents. That's interesting. You get Ford Motor up 11. NVIDIA. Oh, there's a rocket ship. Let's go look at NVIDIA. Look at that. Holy cow. NVDA. This is going right into its downdraft, too. We were talking about this morning, that it wanted to test the top of its downdraft, which is 210.12. So we've hit 213. This thing is up $12.56 right now. So it's going to be interesting to see if, in fact, it can hold 210.12 today. This is why. So NVIDIA is a huge animal and loves to trend on a continual basis. When Intel came down off its, when NVIDIA came down off its high, it came down hard. You go back topside, this 210.12 is crucial. The reason being is that if it closes over, it's going for the highs. We're going to be at 218 in about a heartbeat. To be there tomorrow. It closes under it, then you get a consolidation that's set up with the low being 180. And if we go intraday and look at this, interesting. So watch this. Intraday, folks, you just got the first sell right when I come on the air at 3 o'clock. The first sell took it from 212.70 to 210.32. And let's see if it's too late to find that trade. That's going to be a big trade. Let me just see this. Yeah, no, 3 o'clock it is. Okay, there it is there. So that's not that many shares to knock it down. It started, let me see the 230 mark. So, yeah, it started with 13,000 here. I can show you something here, too. This gets interesting. When you see a bigger operator coming in, most times what they do is that they always are pushing around the same amount of shares out, meaning that they don't go out once, they go out 2 or 3 times. When you have a lot of shares, this is what we all do, basically. So the identification here goes like this. At 20 minutes to 3, 13,600 got sold. At 14 minutes to 3, 14,300 got sold. At 3:15, 13,380 got sold. It actually started earlier than that. You can see they started on this at 2:30, and then it broke on that trade at 3:18. Those are big numbers, man. We were talking about 13,000 shares coming across of a $211 stock. You get some action, and what's going on there probably has to do with those folks. They stayed in at the downdraft because that downdraft is fast and furious. It's coming back up. They're saying, hey, see ya, don't want to be ya. I'm going to take that bread and I'm going to run. We go take a look at the, let's go look inside the, actually, I want to go back to the housing, because this housing, when I finished the first segment, we were talking about the aspect of interest rates. And the way these housing equities, these home builders are moving, folks, saying rates are not going to go up as fast as the Fed thinks they are. Or either that or that the short-term rates can go up, but it's not going to affect the mortgage rate, which doesn't make fundamental sense because the short-term rate, the 10-year, does affect the mortgage rate. That's what it trades off of. And right now, the 10-year is trading out at 2.443. And the high, for the last 12 months is 2.6. The low is 2. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials trading up 71. NASDAQ is up 58. S&Ps are up 18. We're coming right back.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials are right up 69. You get the NASDAQ up 57. S&Ps are up 18. And let's go over to good old Apple. So Apple been having a few of its own problems with the battery. What Apple did out here today, Apple gets up into the gap of 174.50 and just can't handle it. So bottom line, it looks like what you're going to do here, Apple's going to go back to the lower end of that consolidation of 166.47. So, amen, Jim from Palm Harbor, if you're out there, yeah, I'd be taking some bread out here. I wouldn't be hanging around because we were talking to him this morning on the air. And, you know, baby never made the high of 176. Did 174.55. And that, so what did come out intraday out here too, and everything's speculation, that's for sure. But what this is all about is that Apple's offer to replace iPhone batteries cheaply may cut sales of new handsets by millions of units, according to Barclays analyst Mark Markowitz. You know, there's no doubt. So let's see. Apple recently said it intentionally slows iPhones that load the batteries to prevent handsets abruptly shutting down. The California-based company stressed that it hadn't intentionally slowed the devices, to encourage users to purchase newer models. And in response to customer complaints, Apple apologized and cut the replacement batteries from 79 to 29 for many older iPhones. Phones. The thing that's pretty crazy here is that they intentionally slowed them down without disclosure. That's pretty intense, man. You know, particularly for iPhone that cost some big dollars. There's no two ways about that. We take a look at Big Blue. So Big Blue is the mover today inside the S&Ps as well as inside the Dow Industrials. We pull this back on a monthly basis, and there's not much here. You know, Big Blue's down from $215. You're at 158. Yeah, I think it probably, you know, wants to test 162. But other than that, you know, it's going to need a lot more in order to basically get up into much higher prices. The deal for Big Blue, which is pretty dangerous, is that the highs of the lows of 2008 are $116. Now, we came down to 116.90, and you did it with lighter volume, but that's still pretty good volume as to after the counter trend bounce. So, you know, this thing's still under consolidation. What you can get out of this, though, is that how a high volume low, the high of that low, this a monthly basis, can be some good support because of the fact that there is so much selling down there. That's, you know, what I've found is that equities, you know, they even currencies, if there's a huge downdraft, they do like to go down to the highs of those lows. And I'll show you here, this is the next one, and this one's really a dangerous one. GE. GE's trading 1850, and when you see how this is set up, it's like, oh boy, you know, we went straight down from 32 to 17 last year. This thing is building more cars. This thing wants to go to the high of the low, 1135, which 1135 is nothing compared to what it did last year. Last year it got cut in half. 1135 would only be another 30% haircut. That's not the end of the world. Meaning, well, it was hard to comprehend that it could get down 50% last year when the market was up so dramatically. You know, bottom line, still weak. We go and we take a look at the GDX. GDX out here, rejected lower price. You hit 23.24 today. You're at 23.61. This is building cause to get into the swing point of 23.99. And that 23.99 only has 47 million shares. Yesterday, we did 23.84. You did 43 million shares versus 23 million. That's a good indication that you're going to go up and you're going to blow that baby away. Let's go take a look at the Gold Bugs Index, HUI. The HUI, oh, this is, see, the Gold Bugs Index is strong, man. This is strong like bull. So it's down $1.29. Bottom line, you pushed higher yesterday with monster volume, 23 million shares. This is on its way to 205. We take a look at a few of the silver stocks. We look at Gray Panther, same setup. Gray Panther's good setup, man. Gray Panther trading one second. Gray Panther's trading 128. Okay, so now, yeah, we want to see this. 131's the number. So what you want to see in Great Panther is this. So we went topside with strength on December 20th. We got from 119, $1.19 to $1.31. You do 2.7 million. You go sideways. That sets up nice. That wants to go hit the last swing high, 146. Now what you want to see, because this is quite a bit of price spread today. We did 135 to 128. You want to see this close above 131. This would be a typical technical setup. Not that it's going after the highs of the lows, because it certainly wasn't the low. But when you get into a bar, you don't want to get it deep into that bar, because if you get deep into that bar, then in this particular bar, it's a huge bar. It's $1.19 to $1.31. We're in it by 2 pennies. No big deal. You want to get out of it, because if that goes in by another 2 or 3 pennies, then guess what? You're going to be at number 119. Now pull back with lighter volume, but that's how that would set up. We go to Pan American Silver, PAAS, kind of the same setup. Heckler, let's take a look at Heckler. Heckler's a little bit better off. That's healing itself. Heckler been a dog for a while. Oh, this is good news. This is good news for silver. You get First Majestic rejecting lower price out here again. It's down 18 cents, but this is a good indication that the silver physical market is going to continue to move higher. If we go take a look at the SLV, yeah, SLV's flat. You get 8 million shares, you're flat, you're going into 9 million shares, you're going into 9 million shares, you're going into 7.8. It's not a bad setup. Not a bad setup at all. We go take a look at the trend right now. Let's see where we're at. There hasn't been any fear in markets for so long, folks. It's hard to comprehend, actually, but whoops. Nope, cancel that. So the trend's trading, well, 0.90. 0.90 is that there's as many buyers as there are sellers. 1.0 is the number. The VIX, however, say, guess what? Everyone's complacent. This just broke the 9 mark. We're at 898. The last swing low out here is 856, I believe. Yeah, 856. 856 goes back to November 25th. And we got to go, we get this cold spell coming across the country. We got to go into natural gas, and this will get about as deviant as it can. You get natural gas trading down 1.9%. Not bad, though. That's really a sideways move in natural gas. And what will happen is that we'll get the API numbers out after close tonight for oil. Natural gas numbers come out tomorrow at 10:30. Oil numbers come out at 11. We'll come right back, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien. Welcome back, folks. Let's go over to the S&Ps. And what you have out here, there's no doubt that, as one of the Tigresses said, the new high in the S&Ps is unstoppable. And now watch what you have out here. This is pretty cool, folks. Intraday out here today, you had a small spike on the first high, which was at 1040 this morning. And most of the time, when you get these highs like this, what you have is that operators are pushing, and before they want to go short, they want to see are there more orders up there. So the first high, sure enough, there's more orders up there, okay? Second high goes out at 1250. Second high, guess what? Was more orders up there. They didn't get everyone, there was orders to buy. This one right here is going to be a toss-up. This is why. This one here, you had 18,000 contracts up. The one before that, we had 26,000. The one before that, you had 27,000. So it's going to be intriguing here to see how this closes out. If we go over to the small caps, what you're going to see inside the small caps have a whole different ball game going on. They have for the last few days, well, more than the last few days. But what I'm going to show you here is that this is the only indice thus far that is having a hard time staying above these highs. Simultaneously, when that S&P was going to new highs, this went to a new high, but then someone sold it pretty quick. So we tested the high of last Friday, which is 1557.10. We got 1557.70, and then what you had is that you just backed down a bit. So what we have had here in the last couple of days, particularly coming into the last Friday, is this thing came down hard, man. So it's going to be intriguing to see, is that the same operator that coming into these closes just keeps hammering this small cap. If we go over to the IWM, we take a look at the IWM. 15 million shares, you're going into 24, you're going into 36. Really, it doesn't have it. Price-wise out here, 154.15 is the number. So if we close where we are now, you're going to be over you're not over the high, but you're going to be over a swing point, which means it will go after that high of 155.41. But the number to keep your eye on right now is right where we are, 154.15. Is that number? You close underneath that number, you'll see a little bit more selling inside that small cap as we come into the close out here today. We go take a look at the Qs, because the Qs still the strongest out there. They have the price spread. They have it all, man. I mean, this thing is getting away from the swing high also of 158.77. If we go take a look at a couple of the big dogs in there, you got Amazon trading up $15. Now, this has a high volume high. 12.13 is a high volume high, or 12.04. We go take a look at Google. Google, look at this, up over its highs. Google up $18.83, new high, 1,083. Facebook, New high also, up $3, 184.52. That's going to be a new all-time high. Let's see what we got with Microsoft. Microsoft just right at its highs. Netflix. This looks like a new high, too. 205.07. It is. Pretty amazing. Second day of the year. Guess what? Second trading day of the year. New highs and new highs in a big way. Financials. Let's go and look at the financials. The XLF. Now, what you had yesterday, the financials took a hit. And one of the big ones, watch this, Berkshire Hathaway. Yeah, came down yesterday at the bottom. It's up 260 though. That's going to go hit its high again. 200. The JP Morgan. It's hanging at its highs. Bank of America. Hanging at its highs also. So, a couple trading days into the year, the XLF is not as strong as it seemed it would be, with interest rates more than likely going up a few times. And if we do take a look at the Fed, the next meeting is January 31st at 0% rate of going up. March 21st, that just went from 75% to 81% probability. So that's going to be a probability of 25 basis points. And then from that point on, you get the next meeting is on May 2nd. The next meeting after that is on the 13th of June. And thus far, you really don't have any of these kicked in. Excuse me, folks. The first one being kicked in looks like it's going to be the March 21st meeting. And what we are going to have then, by the way, folks, you're going to have a whole new texture. You're going to have a new Fed chairman. You're going to have, I believe, 2 new Fed governors by the time that comes out. We go take a look at the. Let's go inside. I want to go just look. So you got the gasoline market, wholesale gasoline. This is going to get interesting. This is going to hit the pumps immediately. So you get wholesale gas. Well, unleaded is 179. That's been in the range, I guess. 181 was the high of the range. If we take a look at heating oil, that heating oil up there, up in the north, as well as the Midwest, that's going to hit a lot of people. And, oh, that's at all-time highs. Not all-time highs. That's 208. This is a big number. Let me see this. HO1. Okay, so you get 208. Yeah, see, this has a spike. This is dangerous that we can really get into some big prices at the beginning. So picture, this is just the beginning of the winter. You get some viciously cold weather coming in. You get snow coming in. And right after that, you're going to have cold again. So 235 is game here. And right now, you're at 208. So these commodities, and that is without the, look at that. I was just going to say, that's without the dollar. Bottom line, folks, coming into the close again, the dollar can't handle price again. This is pretty amazing. So this dollar is backing down off its highs of today. We hit 91.990. You're at 91.855. You only have 16,000 contracts. That continues to build cause and to build cause to go into lower price. And if this dollar's the big ABC structure on the way down, I can see why commodities want to run. But also what ends up happening, you can see why the equities want to run, because our equity is going to be cheap in the context of buying our equities with other currencies. You get the euro trading at 120 right now. You put this on a longer-term chart, and the euro looks to me like, man, you get 139. Euro goes to 139. Our dollar's going lower. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials right now up 103. NASDAQ is up 60. S&Ps are up 19. We'll come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. S&P's up 20, Dow up 13, NASDAQ up 61. You take a look at the numbers out here, percentage-wise. You get the Dow up 0.4%, S&P up 0.8, and the NASDAQ up. S&P up 0.6, NASDAQ up 0.8. NASDAQ is quite a run, folks. We were up 1.5% yesterday, and you get an additional 5%, 8. Additional 0.5% today, so you get about 0.8%, so you get to 2.3%. We just went from 69.24 to 70.67. You know, you took out the swing. The swing we're talking about is 7,003. And what you do have inside that NASDAQ, particularly the NDX 100, you have the Google hitting an all-time high, Amazon hitting an all-time. Oh, let's see. Amazon is right underneath it. Amazon will probably take it out tomorrow. So Amazon right now, yeah, Amazon's up $15, $15.21. The high is $12.13, and you're at $12.04. And what you do have is you have NVIDIA in the chip sector. That's up $13.53, trading at $12.12. That went right into and over its downdraft from the 29th of November. That's when we went from 210 to 191. Now you're 212. So once you're 212, man, game is on for the highs again, which is 218.67. we go over and we take a look at the SMHs, and what you'll see in the SMHs, even with Intel down, they're up $1.47 because guess what? As Intel went south, the rest of those chip makers went north, and Intel looks like it's going to close the day out down $1.71. 106 million shares traded. There's way too many shares traded. So I suspect what you're going to get with Intel's going to end up going after its gap at $40.71. That gap is where there was a breakout gap. Bottom line, now it looks like it's going to be a consolidation between those highs and that gap, which it hasn't hit yet on the lows. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming back with some numbers after the close. We have the Dow Industrials up 106. NASDAQ is up 71. S&Ps are up 20. We'll come right back.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Oh, look who we have. It's a beautiful thing. Look at our man, Jim from Minneapolis. We're going to take him by storm.
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay.
And it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But holy I mean, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. To begin a great relationship, know what you want. Know what the needs of your body are and what the needs of your mind are, and what fits well with you. There are millions of men and women, and some of them will be a good match for you and others won't. The two of you only need to be like a key and a lock, a match that works. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 98, NASDAQ up 58, S&Ps up 19.5, gold contract up 60 cents, trading at $13.16 an ounce. Silver, flat. $17.19. Now, both gold and silver, folks, when the minutes come out at 2 o'clock, well, no, the silver market didn't get hit. Gold market get hit. Gold market went down $7. Bang, came right back. What gold market has done is this. You're over the swing point, highs. You have volume behind the move. Gold wants to run to $13.65. Oil's up $1.40, trading at $61.77. Oil's going for its swing high of 2015, which is approximately $62.50, $63. You break that swing high in oil, we would get some heavy pricing in oil, because that is where we come into the downdraft from 2014. It was a vicious downdraft. That was when oil's coming down. Well, let's go actually take a look at it right now. So we can take a look at this, and, you know, with this cold spell going right across the country, we're using lots of oil, lots of natural gas. The drawdowns are fast, furious, and all of the above. And what you're going to see here is that, yeah, you're going after the swing point of 62.58, which is 2015. You're coming into the downdraft of 2014. The beginning of that downdraft started at $107. We were trading $107 in June of 2014. Bottom line, you came down fast and furious. Took 5 months to get down to $43. And, we'll see how we get after this, the 62.58 mark, because that's your swing. If we get over that swing, then you're talking, guess what? You're talking that it can actually go to the high, because you go from swing point to swing point. That high is 107. So that would be absolutely wild. That would be, we haven't had those types of prices for a long period of time. If we actually take a look at the complex in general, you have heating oil right now at $1.32 wholesale. You have unleaded gasoline at $1.95 wholesale. You have crude oil at $2.34 a barrel. That, of course, the gasoline and the heating oil mean a lot more to us because of the fact that the crude oil, no one buys crude oil. You got to crack the crude oil to get the gasoline, to get the heating oil. Natural gas moved sideways today. It was actually down 2%, but that's actually a sideways move. That's down $2. It's trading $2.99 a BTU. Not at one BTU. How many BTUs is that? Let's see. Contract size is 10,000 BTUs. Yeah. So that's trading $2.99. What you do have is that we will get the API numbers out in the oil market at 4:30 today. Tomorrow at 11 o'clock, we will get, at 10:30, you're going to get the gas numbers out. At 11 o'clock, you're going to get the oil numbers out. The bond market. So the 10-year note up 3 ticks, 123.25. Now, the 123.27 is a crucial number, folks. What that is, that's the number that we broke down from about 10 days ago. You came back inside it with volume. You came back out of it yesterday. Bottom line, if we don't get inside of that, that'll be saying that these short-term rates will go up. And what we have here, when you take a look at it fundamentally, the bottom line is that we are at 2.44. 2.6 is the high for the last 12 years, last 12 months rather. The low is 2.0, the high is 2.6. So we're climbing into that area. Now, when you look at that texture, and then you go over and look at the housing market, that's telling me these rates are not going to be going higher for a long period of time. The reason being is that you had Toll Brothers up $2.10 today. That's trading $50.42. You had Lennar is going after its all-time highs. This is going after its 2005 highs. Has the volume behind the move too. 60. This was up $2.39 out there today. $67.23. $68.73 is the high. The volume for the month is 36 million. This was pushing in last month with 60 million, the prior month with 87 million. This looks to me like it's going to blow it away. And now watch this. This is where this gets really wild. If, in fact, you do blow this away, price projection-wise, it would be pretty intense. This would be considered 100% move or move. So when you do 100% move or move, you're going to build some cause after it. That being said, when you take a high out and you have volume like this, what you do to do a price projection, you take the high of that, which is ballpark 68. You take the low of it, and this is sick, 3, and you can add 65 to the 68. That's how price projection works. It's like, really? Well, we'll see if, in fact, that's the case. I can show you another one that actually looks like it already did it. And this one, NVR. So let me pull this up. NVR. So this is, let's see, they build homes, mortgage banking. This is Ryan Homes, NV Homes. They go under a bunch of different trade names. Now the low in the last year is $1,631. The high is $3,500. If you want to see something that is absolutely bizarre, you take a look at this. You're going to see the acceleration. In 2014, they did $4.4 billion. This year, $7.8 billion. And most of that is building homes. Let me just look at this. Where are they building these homes? So, okay. Mid-Atlantic and Mid-East. We bring this up, though, and what you're going to see as this blew away. This blew away. It's 2007 highs a long time ago. Holy cow. I don't know what this home bill, you know, this must have been put together by buying other home builders, because this high was $900, and that just took that apart. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go take a look at AXP. So you got a lot of these financial stocks. They're going to be taking somewhat of a paper hit on their balance sheet, at least. American Express closed at $99.55, and we'll see where it's going to trade on this. One trade just went across at $99.14, but this shouldn't be a big surprise. American Express, they just come out with this after the close, but the you had Goldman come out saying they're taking a $5 billion hit. These banks are taking hits because they're taking hits on basically credits that they won't be able to take in the future, tax credits. So American Express said expects to, it's recently that said it expects recently passed changes in U.S. tax laws will reduce fourth quarter earnings by $2.4 billion, resulting in a net loss for the period. Full year earnings for 2017 will be below earlier forecast of $5.80 to $5.90. Lower corporate tax rates approved last year by the Republican-controlled Congress and signed President Trump will allow for higher earnings in the long run, but accounting rules often require a one-time hit to earnings, which can make a bruising quarter, even a year, for the lender's results. The old tax regime allowed companies, and this is where this goes, folks, to defer U.S. taxes until they brought back earnings held abroad. Under the new law, U.S. companies overseas, income held as cash would be subject to a 15.5% rate, while non-cash holdings would face an 8% rate. Companies can make the payments in 8 annual installments. American Express says it continue its share repurchase program. Bottom line is that accounting-wise, it's going to get intriguing. Watch this whole thing shake out. If we go over to Goldman, we take a look at Goldman. Oh, look at Goldman. Goldman's not going to be able. Oh, this is. I'll say on Goldman, folks. Check this out. Goldman came down today on volume. This is with a market that's going to the moon. And you come down $2.38. Now, what you want to keep your eye on in Goldman, I believe it's $250. Yeah, it's $250.70. And what that is, that's the 2007 high, okay? So what we had done is this. Goldman went up to that high, and March of 2017 couldn't handle it. And Goldman was the first equity that actually gave you some idea that, okay, we're going to go sideways for a bit. Goldman had gone from 250, got down to 209. That was in May. Comes all the way back topside. Breaks topside. Now, watch what it did, though. It broke topside with 53 million shares versus 227 million. When you have an aspect that you're taking a swing point out with dramatically such lighter volume, your probability goes much higher that it's going to be a failure. Now, it hasn't been yet. Goldman would have to close under 250.70. Now, the way this has traded the last couple of days, particularly today, this is interesting, man. We traded down with 2.9 million after, making highs out here with 3 million. Tested it with 2.1. So this thing's game. We'll see where that's going to shake out. It's a big number. And what you also have is inside the new tax bill, and this is where it's going to get wild watching this whole thing shake out. What I've noticed, right, and you're going to notice more than likely the same thing, you're going to see the amount, like here. Let me see if I can find the story from yesterday. So the mantra before the tax bill was getting done, that the tax bill has to get done on a continual basis, was that our major corporations pay 35% effective tax rate. Well, bottom line, you've heard me many times saying it's not even close, right? What has happened since then is that the effective tax rates have actually been coming out, and I suspect the reason that they're coming out is that the companies themselves are actually not going to be making that much more money. Let me see if I can find this, because yesterday there was a story on Google. Google's effective tax rate for years has been 19%. And the way they do it, this is pretty cool how they do it too, actually. It's called, I'm going to find this thing. It was called an Irish sandwich, an Irish double sandwich with a Scottish something in the middle of it. And what it was is this. They had 2 companies set up in Ireland. I believe they had maybe one in the Netherlands. Let's see, what day is this? And they walked, I'll find this at the first break, second break. And they walked, thank you, man. Yeah, the Dutch islands, the second one, thanks, Z. And the second, yeah, 2 American companies, 1 Dutch company, and they're just shifting income and that's by accounting basis, which is totally legal, by the way, okay, to bring down their effective tax rate to 19%. My point in the story more than anything is what I've seen more since the tax is that companies are telling us what their effective tax rate is before having to go right through all their balance sheets. Nike, you know, if you remember Nike came out with their numbers and they were complaining, they were saying that their numbers were bad because they were going to have to paying an 11% tax rate, where last year they had a 4% tax rate, you know, so it's pretty amazing. So here it is. I'm in. Dave got me this. Good. Beautiful. Okay, so let me read this. So put that there. So the double Irish with the Dutch sandwich is a tax avoidance technique employed by certain large corporations involving the use of a combination of Irish and Dutch subsidiary companies to shift profits to low or no tax jurisdictions. The double Irish and tax sandwich technique involves sending profits first through one Irish company, then to a Dutch company, and finally to a second Irish company headquartered in the tax haven. This technique has allowed certain companies to reduce their overall corporate tax dramatically. Yeah, bottom line is that, you know what's amazing? This is what's amazing to me, is that when you look at tax loopholes and tax implications, these are all the good ones, folks, are absolutely legal, and they're not that hard to set up. And it's amazing that more companies just don't do it on a continual basis. It's going to be intriguing, I think, when we all start to get to understand like what this tax roll is about and what it's going to do. What I'm trying to figure out today from the way that these home builders went, you know, now it totally makes sense to me when the first tax bill was going through anyway. I don't think anyone will end up actually owning a house in their own name, because you don't have to. You can still get money in your own name, and what you end up doing is you own it through an LLC. Because through an LLC, what it's going to mean is that you're going to be able to basically, you know, have a lower, well, on an LLC, first off, if you're in a state that has state taxes, you're going to be able to write it off, you know? That's like, really? Yeah, that's how that's going to fly. You know, stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. The way those home builders move today, it's like, okay, is that a tax deal or is that just an interest rate deal? Coming right back, folks.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Think or Swim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Tesla closed at $317, down at $3.28 today, and that is trading right now at $312, down another $5. And what that's about, let's go take a look at it first. So 312, this has a high volume low at 292, so that's where it wants to go. Tesla just came out with the delivery estimates, and this is how they go. Tesla fourth quarter Model 3 deliveries was 1,550 vehicles. The estimate had been 2,917, so that's a big miss. Fourth quarter total deliveries, 29,870, including 15,200 Model S's and 13,120 Model X's. 2017 Model S and X deliveries of 101,000, exceeding the forecast of 100,000. Fourth quarter production totaled 24,565, of which 2,425 were Model 3s. The Model 3 is the big deal. That's the bottom line. And they're not delivering them. Now, you listen to this, and I'm sure there's some of you Tigers and Tigresses out here today that have an order in. I'm working out with Nico this morning. I'm in Nico DeHaan, who has a health show here every Tuesday, Thursday at 7 in the morning here in Page. And he has an order in for one of these, right? We're working out this morning. He gets a text from Tesla saying that he can expect more news and the next few months. And I said to him specifically, I says, they're already behind. So I had said to him, I says, will they give you a date? And I says, no. Now that's really crazy. Think about this for a second. So they probably text the people that, had these orders in, because this order should have already got delivered. And then they come out with this in the afternoon. So there's definitely, that's the PR ramping up. There's no two ways about that. Now, the thing that's pretty cool is that the way that this is actually done, though, and I was asking Nico this, the way this is done, I think they when you put up $1,000, it wasn't a lot of money. What they had to put up with, they have the right to get the full amount of money back, and they also have the right that what ends up, they say, okay, the Tesla's ready. Good, come in, do it for a test drive, and then they can figure out what they want to do with it. So, bottom line, this 292, more than likely, we're going to see that go after that number down there. And we'll see how that whole thing shakes out. The Fed. So let's go take a look at what the Fed had to say out here today. We had the minutes, and these minutes, folks, were from the last December meeting. They debated the risk of the U.S. economic outlook. Some were concerned about low inflation, others pointing to robust growth that was about to get a further boost from the tax cuts. Most participants supported the continual gradual approach to raising the target rate for the benchmark policy rate, according to minutes of the Federal Reserve Open Market Committee of December 12th and 13th. Federal officials, they discussed several risks that could result in faster pace of increases. These risks included the possibility that inflation pressures could build if output expanded well beyond its maximum sustainable level, owing to the fiscal stimulus or the accommodative financial conditions that have existed. Let me pull this. Policymakers continues to wrestle with the outlook for inflation. The minute showed economists were surprised in 2017 by the failure of wages and prices to rally despite a strengthening job market, even as unemployment dropped to 4.1%. The Fed's preferred measure of inflation dipped to as low as 1.4% before rebounding to 1.8% in the 12 months through November. Fed officials said the pace of the rate hikes could be slower if inflation failed to move up toward their 2% target. Now, this is going to be pretty cool, folks. That portion right there, what they said, so you can get basically a better understanding of each and every time that the Fed is having a meeting, are they going to go up or not? Because you can see that part of the statement is a big part of the statement, meaning Fed officials said the pace of the rate hikes could be slower if inflation failed to move up to their 2% target rate. While participants generally saw the rise to the economic outlook as roughly balanced, they agreed that inflation developments should be monitored closely. The yield curve, or difference between the short and longer-term rates on the benchmark Treasury securities, received some discussion at the December meeting. Investors have raised concerns that the so-called flatness of the curve, where the spread between the short and the long rate narrows, could portend a recession. Fed officials generally agreed that the current degree of the flatness of the yield was not unusual by historical standards. However, several participants thought that it would be important to continue to monitor the slope of that curve. So let's go look at this for a second. Let's see, I can put this curve up right now. Let's see. So if you're watching Target TV, and remember, folks, okay, if you're not watching Target TV, all you have to do is just go to YouTube, hit TFNN Corp. So easy to do. And if you're over there, you want to subscribe, just hit subscribe. You have to do anything. What the difference is that each and every time we're putting programs up, you get a little blurb on your phone or whatever. I have it on my phone too, that a new program's up. So if we take a look at this curve, what you're going to see. There we go. Okay, good. So as soon as I hit the curve, if you're watching Target TV, what you're going to see is that you're going to see the different rates, interest rates, from 2 years going all the way to 30 years. Now, the curve itself has to do with that if you get a good curve going, that's when banks make a fortune. If the curve gets flat, banks don't do well. The theory is that as you get a flat curve, a year to a year and a half later, you're coming into a recession. And so just to bring it another step, so watch what you have here. Our 2-year rate, so if you borrow money for 2 years at the Treasury, you're paying 1.9%. You go for 5 years, it's 2.2. You can see that, wow, that's not bad, man. That's what would you rather do? Go to 5 or go to 2? You go to 10, it's 2.4. Now, what happens, you can see that the curve itself today wasn't getting flattened. Okay, because what would end up happening for that to get flattened is that you would simultaneously have the 5, 7, and 10, basically backing down also. And they back down, but what ended up happening is that the 2 and the 3, actually, no, it is flattening. That's exactly what's going on today. It's actually flattening out. Because the 2 and the 3 went up as the 5 and the 7 and the 10 went down in yield. So that is flattening out right now. So what ends up happening is that when you take a look at the aspect, you'd say that, okay, would you rather get 5-year money, 10-year money? And you can see the difference right now is only 200 basis points, which is nothing. You're not talking a percent. You're talking about, well, that's actually not even 200 basis points, because 100 basis points is 1 point. You're talking about 200 ticks. So that's pretty amazing. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go over and take a look at the marijuana market. So this is the second day that you have weed legal in the state of California. Bottom line is that these equities just keep moving. If you take a look at Canopy, now Canopy is one of the largest inside the marijuana market. The low for the year is, last 12 months rather, is $6.58. The high is $36.25. That baby was hit out here today. When you do look at the expansion of price, this is pretty incredible. So when I went through this last week, folks, right, the expansion in price has been dramatic. You know, I remember the first calls we got, you know, maybe a couple of years ago. Bottom line, none of these companies were taking any money in at all. This expansion in price is phenomenal, actually. Now, what we have now is that because it's 2018, what happens with companies, folks, is that they project out. So as of yesterday, now you get the projections out until 2019 that are filed. That the bottom line, these are filed. So check this out. This is pretty amazing. So Canopy, 2016 took in $12.7 million all year. 2017, $39.9 million. 2018, you know, they're in their third quarter now of 2018. They expect to do $23 million this quarter. So for all of 2018, they expect to do 85 million. This number here is like off the charts when you see this next one. They expect in 2019 to go from 85 million up to 300 million. Yeah, that is pretty amazing. If we take a look at this, let me just show you something else, right? So what's going to be intriguing here, let me pull this one. Okay. And I wouldn't be buying these right now. Let me just show you something. This is why. There's gonna be a shot to buy them. There's no doubt. This has been a one-way trade. You know, if you got in this thing 4 months ago, forget it. It's beautiful. $8.99. But this is an ABC structure on the way up that's extended, like big time. So the A point on this would be, let's say, $12. The B's all of 21. So, you know, you're talking about what, $10, which you're at $35.90. So what you're going to have with this is that more than likely these are going to be 1 to 1.618 ABC structures on the way up, which is extension too far, which means a brutal correction. And you know, you can see how that could fly. Bottom line, let's see how the next one we get. So right now, Canopy is trying to take over Aurora. Let me see what Aurora is at. So Aurora, these are both Canadian companies. This is trading at $14.10. This was up $2.31 today. Also a monster ABC up. Let me see what this is. So it's $2.80. So it's like $6. Yeah, and you're 14. Well, this is not extended yet, so this has to go up a lot more. Okay, so now let me see something. I want to do the numbers on this. Give me 1 second. ACB. There we go. So let's see what their 2019 numbers are, if they're filed yet. Oh my God. Check, this is crazy. Okay, the first one, I forgot what the first one. Okay, so this company is saying, in 2016, they did 1.4 million. 2017, 18 million. 2018, they're into one quarter thus far. They did 8 million. Next quarter, they're going to do 12. They expect to do 65 million for the year. They expect to do 242 million next year. That is insane. Now, you can see why Canopy wants to buy Aurora. Let's go look at Cronus and see what Cronus does. I don't know what Cronus does. Let's find out what Cronus does. So C-R-O-N. Oh, yeah, no, people have called on this. Okay, because I remember the symbol, MJN. Medical marijuana. I think this is the one I don't like, though. Let me look at this. No, this isn't the one. Okay. So, MJN, this trades in Canada, operates an investment company. The company invests in medical marijuana producing companies. The low is 149. The high is 1115. This one here. These numbers like a... So 2016, 550 grand. 2017, 4.9 million. 2018, 42 million. 2019, 125 million. The real kicker is that will they come up with the numbers? That's what's going to get intriguing. What else is that? Canamed. If you saw last night, I think it was last night. Last night on the Prophet on CNBC, they had the Prophet did a deal, Canamed, out in what's the name of that place? Humboldt County. So Humboldt County is the marijuana growing capital of the United States anyway. And what he was going through was pretty cool just to really understand. So this is a biotech company focused on producing pharmaceutical-grade cannabis through research and development. The low's 7, the high's 27. This plans on doing, well, 38 million this year, 75 million next year. So what the program was about, which is pretty cool, folks, was about the amount of growers that are out there that went from illegal to legal. The price, and the real kicker is going to be, you know, does the price stay high? You know, it's come down quite a bit, you know, but still they were talking about it's $2,000 or $3,000 a pound. Or there's so many growers out there, will that thing come down to $200 or $300 a pound, which would basically, you know, be a commodity once again. I suspect in the longer run, it probably is going to be a commodity. So we'll see how that whole thing shakes out. But if you're looking at any of those stocks, the way I'd look at them thus far, if you're not in them, let them run a bit because it looks like you're going to get a larger correction. And I can see that larger correction after even watching that show last night. Because what you do have is that the way that it works out in Humboldt County is that you can go out there, you can buy a farm pretty easy. It's no big deal. You can go out there, you can plant. The county itself charges you so much per square foot to plant legally, in the state at least, that you pay half it up front and you pay the other half when the crop comes out of the ground. Now here's the kicker. Whether the crop comes out of the ground or not, or you get a good crop, you got to pay. So the real question is going to be, what is the supply versus the demand? You know, the farmers out there thought the demand was going to go through the roof, and it very well could because California is the 7th largest economy in the world. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. Dow finished up 98, NASDAQ up 58, S&P's up 15.5. We're coming right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver-producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2019, 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We take a look at, so check this one. One of the Tigers just turned me on to this one. Now, this is really intriguing. This shows you how much this market is growing. This company here, Kush Bottles. Now, they just provide packaging for the cannabis industry. The low for the year is $1.61. The high is $4.77. This is a company in Santa Ana. And this thing took off like a rocket ship, too. And look at the numbers there. The numbers here taking off like a rocket ship, too. So here, this company, Packaging Solutions, the company offers bottles, tubes, bags, bubblers, water pipes, glass jars, containers, paper products. Pretty amazing what you can sell in paper products, though. Look at these numbers. These numbers are wild from starting from scratch. They did $4 million in 2015. 8 in 2016, 18 in 2017, 48 in 2018 they expect to do. And the last quarter, they just took in $8 million. So the first quarter of the year of 2017, they just finished their 2017. So they're a year-end deal. And then next year, they expect to take in $83 million. That's all in packaging. It's pretty amazing. It's, you know, it's going to be intriguing to see. And out of all those companies, the first one that I brought up, folks, that is the company that Canopy, that's trying to buy Aurora, and the Constellation Brands, who is Corona, bought 25%. No, actually, it's saying only 9.9, maybe only they bought 9.9%. But the booze companies are going to be here. That's the bottom line. They were the first ones to get into it. First one, I believe, is Constellation Brands. They bought 9.9%. They are the largest owner of Canopy Growth, $18.8 million. And Canopy Growth they had bought an old Hershey plant in Smith Falls, Ontario, and that's where their company is. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night, safe night. Look forward to speaking right back here tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.